kind of sorted through the standings ramifications post game.
Yeah.
Seems like, winning you're in Sunday. What's your early thoughts on that?
Well, Mike Dunleavy just said we have 3 potential home games to get into the playoffs. I think that's a good way of looking at it. We beat the Clippers, we're in. If not, beat Memphis, we're in. If not, we got one more crack. Like we're in a great spot, and obviously we don't want to mess around and go to the play-in, but we're in a really good spot. So considering where we were 2 months ago, Mike makes the Jimmy trade. I think we're like 23-7 since then. We've skyrocketed up the standings, but we're right in this, morass with all these other teams, and so we are where we are. We're in a good spot. We're excited about what's ahead, and we gotta go do it.
Steph looked like he kind of jammed his thumb there in the first quarter. Do you have any update on that?
I don't.
Yeah, X-rays, they were negative.
What are your, early thoughts on the Clippers? I know you probably don't really have time or ability at this point to, scheme it out, but you know who they are.
Yeah, we know them well. They're a great team, great two-way team. I think they added to their team at the trade deadline, and they're playing at a really high level right now. So I think they're one of the best teams in the league. So we got to go out and play a good game to get them.
It's a 12:30 tip Sunday. You're on the road now. I don't know if you'll get will you get a practice in tomorrow?
No, day off tomorrow. I think the rest is more important.
So probably kind of a walk through?
Yeah, walk through Sunday morning and right to it.
Feel comfortable with that? I
Sure.
guess
It is what it is. So yeah, we've had playoff games that started at 12:30. So you just adapt.
How valuable would getting the 6th seed be, compared to having to go through the playing rounds?
I mean, the rest would be great. The preparation would be great. So you absolutely want to win that game and, keep things simple. But like I said, we got multiple possibilities here. And the fact that we are in this spot, 48 wins with 1 to go, given where we were midseason, I'm really proud of the team, the whole group. They've just gone on a phenomenal run here the last couple of months.
Blazers still have some size despite missing some guys tonight.
I'm sorry?
Blazers still have size despite missing guys tonight. How do you feel about your smaller units with Jimmy and Draymond at the front court against teams over the past month or two with teams with size like that?
Well, we've been really good, starting Draymond at the 5. I was thrilled to get Quentin Post back tonight because when we can put him out there with Draymond, it just relieves Draymond from that responsibility to guard the other 5 for tonight, 15, 16 minutes. We need to be able to play big too. Looney has been really good this last month, so we've got options, but our best lineup has been the starters. They've put together a really good 1-loss record, and but we've got options after that to go bigger.
Where does GP kind of fit into that in terms of a guy who can play bigger than his size when it comes to defense on ball?
Gary's a very important player to us. He has been for years. Huge part of the 22 championship with his defense and diving, his ability to finish, connect the game. A wonderful player, and thrilled that he was back tonight. And hopefully we can keep him healthy because he's a very important player for us.
There's a moment in the fourth quarter that Brendan take a charge, and then you basically have no hesitation and just go take the challenge. With that trust you talk about before the game, what's your expectation of him taking his role in the playoff or in the
Brendan?
fourth? Yeah, Brendan.
I have a lot of faith in Brandon. He's an excellent player, and I don't know how many charges he's taken this year. I know he led the league last year, but he makes all kinds of plays like that during the game to make us better.
Coach, what do you take away from a night tonight that wasn't the most efficient shooting night, but what do you think you needed to improve on and what you liked from the team?
We got the job done. We got the win. Obviously, they had most of their team out, so this was the expected result. But we needed to get it done and to put ourselves in a great position, and which we've done. But the game has to connect. There has to be a rhythm to both ends of the floor. And I didn't see that much tonight. 10, 15 minutes of that, and the other 35 or so, not good basketball. Game's got to flow. We have to pass the ball better. We have to get spaced better. We have to develop a rhythm. We were in a better place, I think, a few weeks ago. We were playing with more rhythm, more flow, more two-way connection, and we have to get back to that. The last couple of weeks have been a little choppy.
And does that worry you at all about being, a little choppy or inconsistent as you guys get down the stretch?
It's my job to worry about that. So, I have to address that, and hopefully we can find that rhythm on Sunday, take care of business, and then it'll be great to actually practice for a few days. It's a rare occurrence in the NBA that anybody gets to practice anymore, and we need some.
What are some factors that are contributing to that choppiness over the past couple
Spacing
weeks?
and passing, the biggest thing. Just not much rhythm to the game. And again, I got to find the best lineups to create that. And it's now that we are where we are. We've got to be very particular. Every minute of every game now, in terms of who's out there and how we find that rhythm, that groove.
Saber, you feel like Sunday's a completely different game between you and the Clippers because you haven't seen them since December. I think you didn't even see Kawhi. They haven't seen Jimmy.
They haven't seen Jimmy. It's a very different game, but they pose a lot of threats. I mean, I think Zubats is one of the best centers in the league, and James Harden is still James Harden. He makes everybody better. Their defense has been consistent all year, top 5, so they're a formidable team. Thank you.